Felicia
From the
Michaels,
moment
my
you hear his
princess,
voice, you
has
know
been
there are
entertaining
going to be
audiences
problems.
with a unique
Joey
style
Coco Diaz has
of
been rocking
provocative humor
comedy
since the
stages for
90s, all right?
15 years.
With her
You've
tongue
seen
in
him in
cheek,
films and
she's been
television,
exploring
but
such
his real
topics as the
patois, as
dynamics
his
of the
fathers say,
male-female
are the
relationships,
stories from
or
his
as we call them
past
here in
and
the
his
studio,
chaotic
dirty
views on
thoughts,
life that will make
and
this
the
podcast
proliferation
a different
of the
beast.
sensual
Raw
feminist.
pain and
She's a little
passion is how to
firecracker
really
rolled up, and that's why I
describe
love
this
her, and that's why you're going to love
New
listening. So
Jersey
tune in, all right?
animal.
Greetings to all you podcasters out there in Podcastville. Beauty and the Beast, we're back. Felicia Michaels.
Joey Diaz.
What's up, you beautiful ray of sunlight, you?
Oh, you know what? Today I feel like a ray of sunlight.
You look beautiful today.
You
Yeah,
look great too. Your hair looks awesome.
That's right. They had a diet. I'm doing a movie on Friday, so they didn't want all the white hair, so they asked me if they could dye it, and they were kind of like scared about it. They were like, "Do you mind if we? Because you're not going to wear a hat this time." And I'm like, "No, I don't care." And I thought they were going to put the shit where they leave the white hair in, but I look like some Korean guy now. You know what I'm saying?
You don't. Was your wife like me? Yeah.
Yeah, she likes it. She's like, "Oh, it looks good, blah, blah, blah," but I like the
bet.
white in it. Who gives a fuck? It's just hair dye, you know?
Yeah.
It's all right, though.
Yeah. Now you gotta dye the bottom. A friend of mine, she's like, my husband's never gonna know that I'm having gray hair down there, and I'm like, what do you mean? And she's like, she goes and gets Just for Men and does it on her vagina.
Does she really? That's fucking crazy.
That is some fucking commitment to your man.
That's love. If I was eating a monkey and I seen a white hair, I wouldn't be mad.
Really?
Nah, why would I be mad? It's just a little white hair. Move it out of the way and get the licking.
Yeah.
You know, get the licking. What are you looking at, cocksucker? Get the licking, bitch. Came out of yoga, I had a bunch of calls. Weird people, like just weird people called me. But this one girl called me 3 times. I know what it's about. And a couple of weeks ago on the podcast, I talked about the DiLorenzo house. The guy that died, Emil Bonehead, and his brother used to snort coke, and the grandmother, they fell asleep while they were making the French fries. And the heroin people. Okay, well, the heroin guy died, so it's down to Kurt.
And he was the really good-looking one?
He was the very good-looking, De Niro-looking one. Then there was Amy, Chris is the middle one, the one that stole my ID. And he got arrested with my ID, and they kept asking him, "Are you Jose Diaz?" "Yes, I'm Jose Diaz." "Kidnapping, aggravated." "No, I'm not Jose Diaz." So that was the end of that tune. And then there's Kurt, who's in Miami.
He learned his lesson.
Oh, he learned his lesson. Kurt's in Miami. He's all fucked up. But they're my brothers. You know, I just don't talk to them that much anymore. But I got a call just now from Lisa Messina, my friend, and she said that the mother was in the hospital, and they're waiting for her to die.
Oh.
That she's got kidney failure and something else, and she's been in the hospital for 3 weeks. I got to tell you, you know, God took away my blood, but he opened my eyes he put other people in my life that substituted my mother, and they weren't blood. And that's the biggest bond you could have in life.
True,
you know,
true.
People grow up with brothers and sisters, and they hate them, or a father or a mother. But when you're close with somebody for a long time, you start testing, you start, not testing, but, asking, like, what is this? God took away my mom, but she put, Zoraida in my life. She put, the Balzano mom in my life. But most importantly, she put Barbara DiLorenzo in my life. Barbara DiLorenzo was an Irish chick from Hoboken. And she married Emil DiLorenzo, and they had the 3 fucking lunatics that I grew up with. But Barbara's a tough Irish chick. Like, she was tough, And I met her as a young man, and I remember I would be in the daytime, I'd be out walking around looking at case houses, and I'd see her walking, and I'd walk her to work, to the electricians union. She was a secretary for the electricians union. And then after I got in trouble, she hooked me up with this dude named Tommy Kenny, one of the guys she grew up with that was a Westie. For a lot of people that don't know who the Westies are the Irish mafia, and there was only 8 of them.
Is that around Hell's Kitchen?
That's Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah,
there
right.
were 8 of them. And they were just killing people, just fucking kidnapping gangsters and holding them to ransom for the Gambinos. Finally, the mob had to sit them down and explain to them, you Irish animals. There were 8 of them, and they were killing people. And it's just so weird. Tommy Kenny was the guy that used to get me jobs to case warehouses out. Like, he'd say, "Listen, you're going to get a job at this warehouse. Case the fucking thing." But anyway, to make a long story short, she's going to die. And I was sitting outside, and I had a little tear in my eye, and then Fonzie came up and put his arm under me, and it was like he was thinking what I was thinking, so I didn't cry, But it's just so weird that she's like my mom, and I don't talk to Chris now, and now I'm going to have to talk to Chris because of the mother, because you have to put shit aside when somebody's mother dies or any death, But it breaks my heart because she was a good lady, and the last time I had a conversation was about 4 years ago that we really talked from the heart, because she would get drunk and talk to me at night and come in and say, "You're a good boy," and all this shit. And she was telling me that her heartache was over her kids, that she had been drinking all this time. Like, she used to just drink. Like, she's a real Catholic. She would give up drinking for Lent, and she would give up other patches of the year. But when she's drinking, bro, she would see me in the morning and go, Joey, come here. Here's $10. Go get me a bottle of vodka. And she'd drink that motherfucker by 2, and then she'd sleep the rest of the day and get up at 6. And the last couple of years, I would go home. I would stay with them. And I was always tighter with her than the kids and the father. And the reason why I got away with so much in that house was because of the mother. Because you know how most houses are. Even though the man is the man of the house, the mother's the one that says, hey, he's going to stay here. I mean, and I just feel bad because she really loved me, and she wanted more out of her children. And she told me that she was really proud of me because I had done something. You know, and that meant a lot to me, you know. And I'm getting sad because it's amazing. Another person dies, you know, in the realm of life that you go through, and they were special in your life, you know. So sometimes you just, I just feel bad that a kid's going to give her more. You know, she just wanted more from her. I mean, she's the one that woke me up the last time I was there to go outside because Chris, listen to how cool of a mom she was. She woke me up. She's like, Coco, get up. You got to go outside. Chris is all paranoid. He's outside looking for a leprechaun. I mean, and I had to go outside, and he's naked with a flashlight and a gun, looking for a leprechaun and this cocaine, whatever. And she's like, please, Coco, go out there and save him. And I had to get the gun from him and bring him in. And we sat him down, and he looked at me and the mother, and he goes, you motherfuckers, I almost had him. You had nothing. It was it was an hallucination. But how she looked at him and how she touched him. As a mom, I'd never seen that before. I know you're tripping. I know she accepted that the son was a fucking junkie, you know. He would wake her up. You know how people talk when they do coke at 5 in the morning?
Yeah.
He would talk. He'd be nobody up.
Oh, do I know?
He would wake the mother up and give her an ear beating. And the father would say, get the fuck out of here, White Lightning, because they call him White Lightning when he does coke. That's what he calls him. So I'm sorry to start the podcast off, but I just want to RIP.
No, I think that's a really big thing you're sharing, and I'm sorry to hear that because I know that you had spoke about her before, and she was there for you in some sense.
Oh my God, she used to make me egg creams. You know, and that's tits. When somebody makes you egg cream on a 90-degree day, but they say when somebody passes to think of your fondest memory with them, and it was the night that we robbed the jewelry. I robbed this jewelry store, and I was selling it in chunks, and then I went over to her house, and I gave her a chain. I gave her like one of the prettiest chains and the things. I can't believe you gave me a stolen chain. Oh my God. She was all excited and shit.
That's awesome. Yeah.
And she goes, what are you going to do with the rest of the jewelry? And she knows I stole it. She knew. Here I am in her fucking house eating her food. She goes, what are you going to do with the rest of the jewelry? She goes, leave it here. I'll sell it for you. And I said, okay. So I went back that night to pick some pieces up. And there she was with her son with all the chains around her neck. And he had all the chains around his neck with no shirt on. And they had a carpet out, like a little towel on the table. And they had the neighbors over. And they were doing like a jewelry show. Like it was Tupperware. And I'm like, if these motherfuckers only knew. You know what I'm saying? And then this morning I opened up the mailbox because I always just get stupid mail and shit. And I opened up the mailbox and there was a letter for me, a Christmas card from Carmine the Torch Balzano, right? This is a guy I grew up with. He was older. He had another family.
Now, did he have the name The Torch because he always had a lighter on him?
No, he lit up. He was a cop. He was really, he was a cop. And he owned a combination flea market strip club at night. So
flea market strip club.
Yeah, it was a flea market in the daytime and a strip club at night.
That's awesome.
You can't write this shit.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So one day he figured he had his usefulness from the thing. At this time, we had already been grown up. I was about 15. And I wasn't grown up, but he lit the place on fire in the daytime. And 2 kids caught him. 2 kids are like, sir, your building's on fire. He's like, oh, don't worry about it. Here's $10. Go get an ice cream. I'm a cop. I'm here. And they're like, nah. And then they pulled the alarm, but he burnt the thing down. So ever since he got out of that, we always called him, Carmine, you got a match. Go fuck yourself. You got a match and shit. And he had 4 kids I grew up with. 1 kid died in the 8th grade. I was very tight with those kids. And we all went on to do whatever. And Frankie's in the mob. The other one, Pete's fixes elevators. Jimmy's gay in Miami. And Anthony died. And it's so weird that he's adopted me like one of his sons. And I opened up the card, and there was $200 in there. You know, a check for $200. And I'm like, what is this? You know, and I called him back. I Carmine, this isn't necessary. And it's just so weird that he's like, who am I going to give it to? You know, he doesn't talk to Frankie. He doesn't talk to Jimmy.
Right.
You know, Jimmy doesn't want to talk to him. And Pete and him still talk. But I'm the only one that still again, another family that I just walked into their house one day. I mean, I stuck up for his son and beat some kid up. And then they brought me home and they fed me. And this is 30 years. This is 30 years I've been interacting with these people. They know everything. Felicia, they know every house I run. He was a cop. He knew everything.
Right.
And he still takes the time out to send
How
me.
old is he now?
62.
Awesome.
But he works at the city dump because Carmine is the one who taught me how to write letters. Remember I told you people how to write notes?
Yeah.
He's the king of writing notes. As many people as he smacked and buildings lit on fire. And the thing he did the most was...
Did he get in trouble for lighting a
He was a
building?
cop, yeah.
Oh, but
the clinker resistance, this is nothing, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, this is going on all through grammar school. He beat up... in one fight, they got into a fight on our block, and he handcuffed the guy and beat the fuck out of the guy with handcuffs on. The guy was yelling, police brutality. All the neighbors are going in the house. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Another time, he lit the thing on fire. But the thing he did that he's noted for is he shot a guy in the back 7 times in self-defense in his house and got away with murder. He got away with it. And he got his pension back from the police department. That's how strong Carmine is. But he shot a guy 7 times in the back. And that's the way, if you're going to kill somebody, they always say invite him to your house. Because then you kill him in your house, and it's your word against his word. And he did it perfectly. The kids were out. The mother was sleeping. You know, he shot the guy 7 times. The guy died. Then
So you're going to be mad that you're sharing these stories?
No, this came out in the newspaper. Everybody knows.
Okay.
This is common knowledge. But it's just so weird that this guy did so many things. And to me, it's nothing. Like, I still love him as my father. He was my father. He was on the block.
Yeah.
He fought for me. You know, he's the one that came when my mother died. He came first. When, I mean, there's 1,000 fucking stories that this guy did for me growing up. And even now, I tell people, like my friend, The Undertaker, he grew up with him. He knows, because he knows Carmine's crazy. And I always tell The Undertaker, hey, you know, I'm talking to Carmine. He's like, how do you talk? That guy is fucking crazy. The best thing I ever did was I did the Dog That Saved Christmas. And the newspaper in Jersey called me and they said, can you send us pictures? Any pictures of you? And I sent a picture of me and Carmine Balzano as my acting coach. And they printed it and the whole town went nuts. Him like this hugging me with a picture. But that's how I run.
Right.
You know, because the new administration is the Sackos, and they're kind of weird. But the Marcos, that's who he worked for. And it's just amazing that after 30 years, I still talk to these people. And I consider him a parent. On his card, he even wrote, love Carmine. In parentheses, he wrote, Dad.
That's great.
And I talked to Frankie, one of his sons that doesn't talk to him. And he goes, Coco, he don't talk to none of his kids. Even his own flesh and blood kids that he produced out of his nutsack. Little Carmine, he don't talk to no more. They don't talk to his father because he's crazy.
Right.
He's fucking nuts. But to me, man, it's just my
Hey,
world.
everyone has what you're saying in the beginning. Like, sometimes people that are not of your blood are the closest to you.
Closest.
And for sometimes great reasons, for sometimes squirrely reasons, and for sometimes, quite frankly,
It's,
a fucked
it's
up
the
reason.
It's the North Bergen, New Jersey
That's okay.
motto, bitch.
That's okay.
Hey, a friend is somebody you can call for bail money. A best friend is somebody who's sitting next to you in the cell. We ain't fucking around here, Beauty of the Beast. Let's give a shout out to our beautiful sponsors, skinindustries.com, Elite and Athletic apparel, hats, t-shirts, sweatshirts. Get your skin now. Go to skin.com and order something now. Tell them Uncle Joey and Felicia sent you. And what about adamandeve.com? Break it down for me.
adamandeve.com. You know, sometimes life can get a little boring. Sometimes, you know, you keep having the same old meat and potatoes day after day. And then sometimes you need to get on the internet and buy fucking a couple dildos, some, you know, French ticklers, a thing you put over like a little neoprene cock ring with a vibrator to hit your woman's clit. Look, sometimes you just need to do that too. And if you're in the mood, why don't you go to adamandeve.com, order whatever you got to order, and in the promotional box, would you please put Felicia, Felicia, and if you do that, you will get, what will they get?
They will get 3 free movies. They will get a free gift, a lotion, Stay Hard cream, something like that, asshole opener, and they also get free shipping. How's that one for you?
And they get 3 movies. Did you mention that? Mm-hmm. You did mention that. Okay, good. So that's what we would like you to do. And the truth is, look, if you go to Adam and Eve, they'll give you that deal. But just throw in my name so that they know that we're sitting here plugging them and that they will keep paying for our RSS feed. That would be lovely.
That's lovely. That's why we do this shit, people.
I know. was married, my ex-husband had a family that he was very close to, and the mother was like his second mother, and my mother passed away when I was younger, so when we worked together for quite a while, and we used to hang out with this family all the time, and she was like almost like my mom too, like a wonderful, wonderful lady. And then when my ex-husband and I separated, I thought, they're going to have to be on his side. Why am I going to just sit here and everyone tries to be polite, and then ugliness is going to come up, and then it's going to get weird, and then my feelings are going to get hurt. The truth is, they should be on his side. I'll miss her as my surrogate mother. She should be on his side. So what I did is I called everyone up in that family, and I said, you know what? He's really going to need you, and it's important that you're there for him solely. And I just wanted to say, like, let's agree to call it like it is and be adults about it. But thank you so much for being my friend. You mean so much to me. And you know what? It was the right thing to do, because now every once in a while I see one of the members of the family, and I still love them because nothing got too personal or ugly. You know what I mean? And I was,
They're happy to see you.
they're happy to see me
Believe it or not,
because
they're
you know
very
what?
happy to see
I
you.
let them off the hook. And sometimes you need to kind of do that, know when to break free from someone. But absolutely, it's really awesome when you have people in your life that are there as your surrogate parent, as your surrogate brother, as your friend, who are not of your blood. And
It's a different experience. It really is. I've never had a brother or sister. I have a sister in Cuba. I haven't talked to her. And it's just so weird, you hang out with people, you have friends in your life, and you have acquaintances, but then one day you realize you have a real ally.
Yes.
And it's the last person that you expect. And, you're married. She should be your ally. That's given.
Exactly,
There's things
yeah.
in life that are given. A brother is given. But when a family or a certain situation, a person reaches out to you, I got to be honest here. I think about this shit that they're the ones that straighten me out in a way, because everything I did was to get all those parents and people that were in my corner to love me. I wanted to prove to them that, yeah, I fucked up when I was younger, but this is my gift to you guys for believing in me. This is for Ascalise, let me take showers in this house at night. And like I said, all the people that were weird to me, like he has 3 sisters, Mike Ascalise. He's got one sister that's a big shot. The other sister's really beautiful, but the medium sister's really beautiful also. But she was the nice one in the family, and she's the one that used to open the back door for me and say, hey, I got you a shirt from my
Right.
dad. She never mentioned it to nobody. It wasn't something like when they left it, they said, Coco takes showers at my house because he's homeless. No. And just that little thing, I learned compassion. I really learned human compassion. And it's, you can't read about compassion until you see it. When you see compassion, I'm not talking about the guy who pulls over and takes the dog off the road or the cat off the road. I'm talking about somebody who has no reason to give you compassion. And they give you compassion in a way that you don't see it. Like you want to do good for them.
Right.
And that was my whole thing for them. Listen, man, all those years I was doing blow, the last thing I wanted was for them to get the call and say, hey, Coco died last night. What did he do? He died of an OD. Fuck, he gave up. To me, that would be giving up. It's
Right.
cool, you party. But if you OD'd on a drug and died, I gave up to those people. They knew. That was it. They weren't shocked by it. I wanted to shock people in a different direction.
Yeah.
Especially my friends, all those guys that did shit for me. So when this type of situation happens in my life, it just makes me stronger, because I know, it's just amazing what
Yeah, because
sometimes
the
a death
feelings you
changes you.
have around death are some of the most honest feelings that you can experience. There's no fucking around with it,
No, either you like that person or you fucking don't, or you empathize for their death or whatever. We've had about 5 people who died in the last 3 weeks. This is the time of the year that people pop, at least in my life. And it's very weird. I learned a lesson from all of them. As you're thinking about how your life and their life mixed, you learn a lesson from them. Vincent Bonfalio died. I learned that he was my biggest fan. And I didn't know it till he died. And I was good to him. It's not like I wish I would have been better. I was good to Vincent, Patrick, the Medina kid that died, I always laugh with Patrick. We did rooms together and stuff like that. My friend from North Bergen, Jim Giuliano, I know him as a kid. But you take these debts and you're like, wow, what did that person mean to me? And I'm going to work better on that part of my life,
Absolutely.
So when somebody dies in your life, people, the first you hear the news, it's fucking mind-blowing. and you hurt inside, and the tighter you are with the person, spiritually and lovingly, it hurts your stomach more. It affects you. You really feel it in your heart.
Well,
But
I had an experience, Joey, when my brother passed away, and it was horrific. A few days later, I was talking to my girlfriend. I don't know if I spoke about this before, and I was very depressed. And then I just said to her, whenever someone leaves my life, someone enters my life. And I know that sounds like horseshit, and some of you are punching your fucking iPod right now, like Christ, with that shit. But the truth is, later that afternoon, we got a phone call from the adoption agency where we had adopted our first son, and they said that there was another baby available, and like sure, it's coincidence and all that kind of stuff, but you just have to honestly believe that when something monumental happens like death or whatever it is, that
if it closes the door, another one opens.
Absolutely. And I know now we both deserve a punch in the face for saying that, but it's the fucking truth.
It's the truth.
Like,
it's the truth.
Shit, once you hit 35, 40, you understand it's the fucking truth. And
what you really realize when you're 35, 40 and people die around you is that this world is true. Yeah. And you have so much time and so many things to do in that fucking time. But you don't know the last result. You're never going to know when they're going to come tap you on the shoulder and say, it's over, cocksucker. You never really know, so you have to work harder. That's what all this death and shit does to me. It makes me go, wow, this is fucking real. This shit I want to do in my life, I better do it over before my kidney goes down or my, I mean, there's days I wake up and I'm like, I can't believe I'm fucking still alive.
Right. But you know what I hate? I hate when people just beat themselves up all the time over, because I know a lot of people work on that level of like, fuck, I gotta pull something together, and then they freak out and shut down. And I know so many people like that when like I have my friend, girlfriend who has a little boy, and she works her ass off as a receptionist, never can get ahead, and it beats herself up because she wants to write this book that she's been working on. And it's like, dude, stop fucking beating yourself up. You work full time. You get no help. You get no child support. You live in one of the most expensive cities in the world. Like, it's, you got to look at, maybe your biggest gift is what you give your son, because you're an awesome fucking mom. And I hate when people beat themselves up. Sometimes the biggest gift you can give to yourself is just fucking relaxing and understand that this is part of the ride. This is part of your purpose.
Yesterday, I was working, and I seen that I got a call from a buddy of mine in Texas, and he was calling me because he had gotten an audition for me. Somebody had emailed him in Texas. They Googled him, and he goes, listen, Joey, I got a lot of information about you. He goes, as a matter of fact, he goes, did you post something up on YouTube or something a couple of weeks ago or something? He goes, I've gotten a handful of emails. And I go, what are you talking about? He goes, you posted something on YouTube about a fag or beating up a fag. I go, oh my God. He goes, dog, I'm getting some fucking emails from some notable names. People that I remember from Hollywood that they think I'm your fucking agent. He goes, pull that down, So I sat there for an hour, and we were shooting a movie, and then I had lunch, and I had to call Kellum anyway. So I called Kellum. I go, Kellum, can I ask you a question? I know that people contact you for a lot of shit about me. Have you got any weird emails about a video? He goes, as a matter of fact, I did. He goes, I got like 3 of them. And what did you put up? He goes, what is it? He was laughing. He didn't care. Yeah. He's like, and I explained to him that, when I was 16, like a lot of other kids, and I'm going to interweave this conversation because we have a friend that a lot of people on this podcast know. His name is Duncan Trussell. He dates the girl from Last Comic, or whatever. Duncan Trussell is a very funny comedian. I've known Duncan for 10 years. Early on, Duncan was going through a lot of stuff relationship-wise, and he started hanging out with these people in Silver Lake that were devil worshippers. And he would go to these parties, and he would tell me about them, and I would go, Duncan, I love you like a brother, Duncan. I got to tell you something. You don't know the animals you're dealing with. No, they're just friends. I go, dog, you don't know the animals you're dealing with. You check yourself on this. This might be something that's a little scary for you. it becomes a fucking reality, and you're in already. Now you're there.
Right.
They're stabbing a fucking cat, and they got a woman tied up in the bathroom, and you're there drinking, smoking dope with them. You're in now.
Yeah.
When the affidavits go down, you're in.
Right,
And now you're in. After that, you gotta eat. It's like anything, you know.
Right.
And I was telling, the story in 19, whatever, I was 16 or 17, and, I fell into the guy thing where you lift weights and you run, and I was never much of a fighter or nothing like that, but I always felt I could defend myself. And I just got into this rut. I was broke, and I was into lifting, and the kids I hung out with would run at night to the George Washington Bridge and back, and then do push-ups and ride a bike up the stairs and weehawking and carrying. What the fuck?
Right.
We're playing professional football, but you get caught into that.
Yeah.
And I felt I was in very good shape, and I had this friend, Bazzacco, that his dad, and at night we'd go down. People would say I had this friend, Davy Thomas, and they would go down to Boulevard East and mug fags. And there was no violence. They would just hold like a knife to him and say, I want the money. It was like a combination of you want your dick sucked, come out in the weeds, and then they pull a knife on him. It was like a burn on a drug deal.
Right.
We want to buy drugs, and when you get there, there's no money. The same thing I did with the kidnapping.
Right. But let's not say there was no violence, because that's violent.
But there wasn't violence in the beginning. It started out with just muggings.
Right.
And then the kids who started the whole mugging thing was on 64th. That's the craziest area in North Bergen. These got white motherfuckers that are crazy into Sabbath and parties. And I used to go to that area. I loved it. The acid. And I went to see a Ted Nugent concert with them. These guys are crazy.
Right.
And they would fight you to the end. And they had this Irish family called the Thomases. And the Thomases, the younger Thomas, was a fucking pimp. Thinking back on him now, he looked like Jan Michael Vincent. In fact, in my high school, there was a field day thing that every year, like in May, they would have a day where they had amusement parks come in, and they got canceled because one year Davy Thomas got caught fucking this Hindu girl in the bathroom in North Bergen. That was in. She was no rape. This girl was bad to the bone, didn't speak English. Davy Thomas is in there banging her. They canceled field day. No more field day. I always became friends with the Thomases. I knew a couple of the brothers. And he was the one that mugged a fucking fag one time and took him home. He made the step to go home with the guy and then mug him when they got home. And he played his piano. He was Lawrence Welk's piano player. I think I talked about this before. And, I mean, this is fucking nuts. So after a while, this was a big thing in North Bergen. Like, people were like, all these little young criminals are like, let's go mug these people on Boulevard East. And I got caught up with it. I went down there one night, and I watched how they did it, and it was fucking amazing. It was just fucking crazy. These cars would pull up, and these business people, guys with suits, with families, I want to get my dick sucked, looking for young guys. And my buddies would take them into the weeds in Hudson County Park and mug them before the dicks came out and all this shit. It was fucking amazing. Look at Felicia's got her face on. This is fucking amazing. This is fucking amazing. I mean, and I'm sitting there, I'm 16, it's 1980. Do not edit this, I'll fucking stab you. You can't, and I didn't know what was going on. So now one night, I'm broke, and I bet the Knicks, and I decide to go down there, and it's what I tell people, you never know what you're getting yourself involved into. Think about it twice. It just wasn't going down, and these fags were just going to give up their money. Eventually, fags get together in a coffee shop, and they talk about this shit. And the year was 1982 or 1981, so we're going to refer to them as fags. That was the word then. Gay was not popularized.
Right.
So forgive me for my language and my vernacular, as people say. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I brought that up before. That makes sense.
So let's get that out of the way.
Yeah,
it was called fag bagging. So again, I called my buddy, and he's with his girlfriend, and I got to go down there by myself. So here I thought I was a tough guy. It was really a metamorphosis story that I put on YouTube. If you watch the video on YouTube, it's not glamorizing at all. The guy who put up there how to mug a fag. It's not instructions on how to mug a fag. That's something you don't do. You follow me? But at 16 in 1980, they were still blacklisted. Yeah. So they were still hands-on. You could do whatever you want. Here's these creepy old guys coming down to get their dick sucked, and they ended up getting mugged down on Boulevard East. So I decided to go down there one night, thinking I knew about the world, thinking I was a big, bad motherfucker, because I ran off George Washington Bridge, and I lifted weights, and I tried to mug a guy, and he beats the living fuck out of me. Not to the point that he smacked me a couple times like I was like Brock Lesnar against Cain Velasquez and somebody called it. This guy punched the fuck out of me, and he hit me 20 good times to the head. I had lumps on my head. He broke my nose. He broke the inside of my lip. This is no fucking joke. Right. I was on the bottom end of this. So if you're gay, please do not get offended. This is a flag in your fucking hat. This story is a flag in the gay community's hat that some idiot fat jerk-off tried to mug him, and he beat up the fucking gay guy. Right. I went home after that traumatized. Like after that, I did call for tennis lessons because I knew fighting wasn't in my career.
Right.
You know, I knew fighting wasn't in my career. I was tough. I took the punches to the head, but I knew it wasn't. And it was like an evolution for everybody that night. It made me respect gay men. It made me respect myself and knowing who the fuck I was. And I realized that was not the line of business I wanted to get into.
When you went down there as a 16-year-old, did you dislike gay men? Did it make
not
you
at
comfortable?
All. Not
it
at
was
all.
just purely
not at
like,
all. Not at all.
These
it
look
was,
like weak.
They're coming down to get their dick sucked.
And
they're doing something illegal, and I'm going to do something illegal. So 2 wrongs always make a right. That was my thinking at 16.
At 16.
You know, 17. That's your fucking thinking. You're a kid. God took your mother. Again, that's no excuse for my behavior. But when a death comes to you when you're a bad kid and you turn on yourself and your religion, I turned on everything. There was no God. How can God take your mother away?
So the next day, when I
woke up with ice bags all over my fucking head and my lip was broken.
Right.
And I couldn't even leave the house from the embarrassment because I thought somebody would know. But after terms, the guy that slept on the floor next to me, Mike Runny, asked me what happened. And I told him, we laughed about it.
Right. When because I know you now, you don't care if anyone's gay.
No, I did not do it over homophobic tendencies whatsoever. I was not raised in that type of environment. It was an easy $100.
Yeah.
It was an easy $100. They weren't going to call the cops because they were down there doing something they weren't supposed to be doing.
Right.
If the cops came, I'm 16, guy.
Yeah.
I'm 16. What are you talking about? He wanted to get his dick sucked by me.
I see what you're
saying.
saying.
Do you understand me? It was like a win, lose, everything. But that beating changed my outlook on life. It changed my outlook. You never know who the fuck is in that other car. He may be small and gay, but he might light you the fuck up.
Right.
It made me open my eyes to life. So we were talking about Wendy's child.
Yeah.
It's the same experience. I mean, he wasn't in the wrong. He was just sitting on a fucking train minding his own business, but he took something from it.
Yeah.
I took something from that experience. First of all, I respected gay men like a motherfucker after that.
Right.
Because I realized that they were just gay in sexual preference. They're still men, and they'll still light you the fuck up. And it just made me realize what the fuck I was made of and everything. Because as the story ended, I punched him in the fucking throat and ran out of there. And he went down. But this is after he had punched me 30 fucking times in the head.
Right.
I mean, he caused some damage. He caused some fucking... I had a fucked up eye for a couple of days. I don't know, guys, if you ever got hit in the head, you hear that...
Right.
For a couple of days, like you're at a constant yoga class and somebody hit the cymbal. That's what I heard. I mean, this guy fucked me up. So if anybody's listening and you've seen that video and you've thought different of me, please understand where I'm coming from. It wasn't mine. That's a story I told 10 years ago. Right. And I tell it the same way I tell it now. That's what happened, you know.
Yeah. Wow, that is a fucking trip, Joey, that you did that. And that is definitely like, you know, a perfect ending that he beat the fuck out of you.
Beat the fuck out of me.
Yeah.
I mean, it was something that I remember, and the beating wasn't even the worst part. The worst part of the beating was that I had to run home from Boulevard East to Grand Avenue at the time, and that's like 12 blocks bleeding. I mean, and tasting that blood, and I could feel like boogies were coming out of my nose mixed with blood, and you're trying to breathe, and you can't breathe, and knowing that this fucking guy just humiliated me. Till this day, I'm like, bro, if I was 2 minutes away from sucking his dick, he would have made me suck his dick. He would have really broke me.
Yeah.
He would have broke me, or what is that when Rick James did to white women? He flipped them. What does Rick James do?
What did he do to white women?
Turns them out and shit.
Oh. Wow, that is a crazy fucking story. Yeah, you know, so you got emails of people saying that's terrible that you did that, and I mean, it is terrible.
And I explained the email, and then
Yeah.
people went away, you know, after some emails. I think I've only got one Facebook on it. I explained myself again on Facebook. And
yeah, look, a lot, you know, like sometimes you do shitty stuff, and karma rears its ugly fucking head, and sometimes you get a second chance. You luckily have gotten many fucking chances, and sometimes you know, situations like that would have been so easy.
he could have had a knife. He could have had a gun.
Had a knife.
I was on Suicide Bridge.
You could have. What about if you would have hurt someone like that to the point of
Punched
you would have
him,
been
he could have got
in jail? You know, you could like in prison, like and it's you know.
I went one night with this kid Tommy Russo. That was and that was after I got the beating. Me and this kid, my senior year in high school, I quit high school. Right in the beginning of my senior year, I found a job at Masback Century Hardware. And I quit high school, and I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to stay on the street and bang it out and live my life, and somewhere along the line I'll get it together. And what I would do is, finally, like October that year or November, they talked me into going back to school. And I went back to school, but I got together with these guys, and that's what we would do every night, was just petty theft to all levels, little gas stations, Sears, stealing stereos from Sears brand. We weren't into cars, nothing like that. We'd steal stereos out of Sears. I remember they had a whole wall of car stereos. We took every single one of those Blaupunk motherfuckers. They had no security in those days, you know. And every night we did something. Felicia, every night. Some kids go out to drink beer. We went out to rob. I remember we were going to rob a gas station. We got together to rob it. And we went in, and the guy was washing his hands, and he put the money on the counter. So here we were planning to rob him with a gun at gunpoint. He had the money on the counter. We took the money and ran. I mean, there's so many stories from that, and that was one of the things.
Didn't you ever feel guilty in the midst of it? Guilty a second later? I mean, not just guilty now, but didn't you ever have empathy for people you were doing this against?
Please. At the time again, there was no empathy in my life, because I had felt that there was no empathy for me.
I mean, there must have been times when people were crying and begging for you to leave them alone.
No, it wasn't like that. No, I'm not a bully. I'm not a bully.
But if you pull a knife on someone, weren't people like, oh no? Like, even when you were beating up gay guys, didn't people freak out? Or
I never
when you
pulled a knife on nobody like
you
that.
never pulled a gun and someone started crying and someone started begging or got really scared?
The only person that I affected in a way was that day with Kent Vela and the kidnapping, because I know that when he was on the floor, he realized a lot of shit. You know, when you're on the floor tied up with a pit bull in the room and you're handcuffed and duct taped, you know, his whole life came crashing on that afternoon, and he kind of broke down. And I remember I had many of those breakdowns, not with guns in the room. I had those breakdowns in my life at the time also. So I knew what he was going through, and I picked him up, and I explained to him that this was going to be over, but then we went and got the house. But that was possibly the only guy that ever really, really caved. And like I said, when I was a kid, it wasn't about, let's rob Felicia Michaels' house, because you were on the right side of the law. We weren't going to fuck with you. If you were on the opposite side of the law, we would fuck with you.
Right.
You follow me? If you were doing something that was illegal, we would fuck with you. And it's the same thing goes. A lot of those times, a lot of those people that we fuck with call the mob leaders in the neighborhood, and they would fucking call for us, or say, hey, man, what the fuck are you guys doing? And they would laugh like, you guys are fucking out there. And eventually, one of us was going to get a beating. But thank God I left before that day ever came.
Yeah.
Thank God I came. I fucked with a lot of weird people, man.
Yeah, well, I'm sure.
I fucked with a lot of weird people.
So when this gay guy was kicking the shit out of you or beating you up or whatever, what was he saying to you? Like, was he, was there any words exchanged, or it was just, fists of fury? Like, what?
It was fist of fury, and he was like, you like robbing? And he kept going into the street to flag a cop down. And I was coming too, I would like start to come too, like, what the fuck? And he would run back in and punch me 8 times, and then run out to the street, and he was trying to flag a cop, And I don't understand the basic, because I would have said, hey, you think I'm just down here? I was down here going for a walk, and he asked me to suck his dick. I never understood. But that was it. I mean, it was nothing. It was fast, Felicia.
Yeah.
It was something that, me picking up the guy and walking with him was like, it seemed now an eternity, like 20 minutes. The beating seemed like a minute.
Yeah.
And I still remember getting up and running. Like he was on the floor holding on to his throat. I remember me just getting up and starting to run, and I was still out of it. Like, I didn't even know what north, south, east, west. He had beat me that bad. I just started running. You ever see a dog get hit by a car?
Right.
They go in shock and they just start running. That's what I just started running. And then as the running and breathing, I caught myself, on fucking Hudson Avenue, and I knew what direction. Now I'm on Bergen Line. And all right, a couple more blocks.
Did you ever see that guy out in public again? Or?
No, North Bergen's a huge place. And the thing about North Bergen was a lot of city guys were coming over to this bridge to get their dick sucked, just to get their fucking balls janked. And probably the same thing happened on the other side, Just Jersey guys going over the bridge and stuff. I'll tell you what, I didn't go to Boulevard East for years after that shit.
Oh, really?
And Boulevard East had my favorite fucking hot dogs and lemonade ever. Ever. That motherfucker made the best lemonade. Fat Ernie, R.I.P. He's dead now, about 15 years.
Yeah.
He was about 500 pounds, and he was missing 2 fingers from cutting lemons all his life. He would make you a hot dog and then cut lemons. And he was 400, so he would call you. He would shake the lemons like the lemonade. He would have the cups ready with sugar in them, and then he would cut the lemons, put the lemon in, and then put club soda in. You never had that dimension on the street corner. And he would take numbers. He was also taking gambling bets there. And he would shake when he'd make you the lemonade. And he was 500 pounds, so his titties would shake, and we call him Shaker.
Yeah.
My name is Ernie, cocksucker. Shaker, shake me 3 lemonades.
Oh my God. It does seem kind of appropriate that you should get the fuck beat out of you by a gay guy and yearn for a hot dog.
Yeah.
After that for years.
It's quite the thing. We always talk about comedy on here and whatnot, and I don't like talking about comedy, and the reason why is if you listen to a lot of podcasts, you know that one of the top-rated comedy podcasts is the Mark Maron podcast. He's a friend, and I read an article they did about him in the New York Times the other day, and it was a very interesting article about how he's breaking even and blah, blah, blah. But he's been like, he kicked the door down on this business.
Absolutely. You know what? I completely admire Mark Maron, and I'm not kissing ass. I've known Mark Maron for a long time. I am not his best friend by any means, but he's always been very kind and generous to me as a fellow performer, and he's also been, he's a smart fucking guy.
Smart guy.
He's one of the smarter guys in comedy, and I mean. I think the world of Mark Maron as a performer, and I admire the fact that he's been doing podcasting, a little over a year. But he kicks out
220,000 downloads and 2 podcasts a week.
Yeah,
that's 110.
2 podcasts a week.
That's podcasts a week. That's a lot, guys.
That's a lot. One person, that's a lot. He does have guests.
He has guests, and he interviews some top-notch comedy guys. And when we got into this podcast thing, one of our decisions was to interview guests or whatnot, or take it into a comedy realm. And we come out here, the one thing that a lot of people compliment on our magic, that we have together, because we're not forcing it. This is us just talking. We come over, we smoke a few cigarettes, we drink some coffee, and we're just talking.
Right.
And I think that we carry the people into their living rooms, and that's part of having a podcast. I didn't really want to sit on here and sell you people dates or sell T-shirts on here or CDs. What I do want to do, and this comes to the bottom of my heart, from Felicia's heart, is we get a lot of requests for people that, hey, when are you coming to this town? Do us a favor. If you're in a town, you want to see us, email the club owner. Let them know, hey, man, I'm fans of Joey Diaz and Felicia Michaels. Can we bring them together with a podcast? And you'll be helping us out. And we get to meet you, and we could all work this fucking thing together. As you know, I got no passport, and I won't have one for a while. So, UK, I'll be there soon. You know what I'm saying? Especially once they hear this fag story. They're going to push it back another fucking
guys,
6 months.
You get your dick sucked with ultimate freedom.
So, UK, Ireland, I'm on my way, cocksuckers. You know I love you. Australia, all you cocksuckers, to Canada, Toronto. But I got no passport. But anybody in the States that really wants to see myself and Felicia, I'd love to meet you guys.
Oh, absolutely. And we do travel quite a bit with our comedy. You have Vegas coming up. I have Texas coming up.
Whatever. We have a lot of dates.
Whatever, and give the club an email and a shout out and say, hey, what about Joey Diaz and Felicia Michaels?
And our dates, we're not going to sell them to you on this podcast, because this is not this podcast is about.
We tried it. We tried doing it, and I cut it out. But you know what? I want the podcast to be able to stand on their own.
Yeah, I don't want it to be comedy driven, because there's, like he said, Mark Maron's is such a pure comedy podcast. I don't even want to compete with that, and that wasn't my intentional. That wasn't our intention.
Is a little bit different. Yeah,
so,
and when someone does something spectacularly, you just gotta admire it and figure out your own way. And by the way, he's been a great guy to us. Has given me quite a bit of advice when I email him and ask him things. And if you are a big comedy fan, you should go listen to Mark Maron's podcast.
That's right, because we just talk about crazy shit here.
We do our own fucking weirdness.
A lot of people always hit us up and they say, we want you to talk about more about your open mic and what experiences you had. And I don't even know where to start, And I know you have your illustrious comedy career is mind-boggling. Your resume is mind-boggling. And you talk about, we're unorthodox open mics. While Felicia was open micing, she was stripping.
Yeah.
And while I was open micing, I was robbing with 3 hands and selling drugs in the city. It's a weird thing, but I cherish that fucking memory
Oh,
with all my heart.
absolutely,
From the hard times in New York City, stealing quarters out of the ashtray at the service department at a Subaru dealer I worked at in Manhattan to come across the bridge. I will cherish those times forever. Rolling a joint, smoking in front of the CBS building on 57th Street on the walk up from 11th Avenue up, and saying one day to myself, I'm going to be on CBS. And people walking by me going, put that fucking joint out, cocksucker.
Right.
Those are my open days, you know?
Oh, I have great memories of doing open mic, but yeah, I mean, we're different. We're just, we're kind of the pariahs of comedy. I've said that before, and I know that gets on your nerves probably, but we come from a different approach, whereas most comics, in some sense, come from college, from sketch groups in college, or they want to be writers, or, we're definitely from the street. So there's no reason to compete with a book person like Mark Maron. There's no reason to do that.
It's funny because
he does it quite well.
There's a guy that promotes on Wednesday nights, Matt Taylor. And I give him a lot of props because he's at that open mic.
Oh, I just met him.
Yeah,
I did the Comedy Store on Thursday.
He was there, yeah. He promotes that show, and he works real hard. He has people out. And it's so weird how I was telling him one night, him and I were just bullshitting in front of the Ha-Ha, and I was telling him, you're so lucky. And I was telling him my stories, how I would have to get up at 7, whether at my job, I used to sell cars in the city, and I would have to get up at 7 because that's the only time I could ride on the bus for free. My friend's dad was a bus driver in Jersey to New York. So that's the only, even if I had to be in at 10, I had to go in at 7.
Right.
And I remember walking Hell's Kitchen and women asking me for blowjobs at 8 in the morning. Hey, you want a blowjob? And I would think to myself, are you getting off or just getting on? Like, is your shift just start? You know what I'm saying? Like, here's women in Hell's Kitchen.
That would weigh on your decision whether to get the blowjob.
No. I remember walking in Hell's Kitchen thinking that to myself.
Right.
And then selling cars all day. Then at 9 o'clock going to a boxing gym, hitting the bag for a little while, taking a shower, taking a switch of clothes out of that, and going to the old Triple N and the comic strip and doing open mics, standing online and shit. And then from there, I would either call one of my criminal buddies or have cash, and they would beat me throughout the day and tell me what they wanted. So I go to 178th Street and pick up Coke for them and charge them like $10 extra and take a gram out or whatever. And that's how I made a fucking living while I was an open micer. That's a unique way. I would dress up. There was one job I had to drop off packages for people, but I would case the offices while I was dropping off the packages for a phone company. They would give me $400 cash every Thursday. I had to drop off 20 packages a day in different offices. That's it. They said, just drop off 20 packages. So I would go to like 18th Street and pick up the fucking packages and then just drop them off in the city at different offices, and then the salesman would call them, and that's how I get my commissions. I drove a limo, and they gave me the limo. They would give you the limo because you were on call, and I take the limo to New York, and I would get tickets everywhere.
Right.
And the limo company called us. They're like, you're not going to get a check till 2015 because you're into us like for $10,000 in tickets. I'm not kidding you. I just was getting tickets.
Right.
I'm not going to park and $15. Fuck it, double park with me. Put it on the limo company, motherfuckers.
Right.
That was my open mic, and in between all that, I had to write and. I mean, it was just amazing that you're open mic and you sit back and you're like, those are the best times of my life.
Well, I had a very interesting experience in the last couple of weeks with things that I did when I was younger. And I told you on New Year's Eve I took the activity partner to Cheetahs to go see Sam Tripoli's Naughty Show because our mutual acquaintance Danielle Stewart was on it, and I had done the show before, and it's a great show. And because I used to be a stripper when I was younger, and the activity partner knows that I'm completely comfortable in a strip club, and it's kind of tame, But I just was thinking as I was watching these girls, like the girls are really good now. It's not like when I was a stripper. When I was a stripper, you just strutted out, showed your pussy, bent over, did the money shot. Give me my money, motherfuckers.
It's a tough economy out there, dog.
Now,
they got costumes
these girls
and
are like
productions.
Olga Corbett's and Nadia Comaneci's, and it's like, what the fuck? I would have never been able. I would have never. If I had to be a stripper now, I would never be able to be a stripper. I would not be able to do it.
You got to sell that pussy now, dog. You got to give, especially if people have gone to Vegas before. They go to a strip club now. I'm like, this is blasé. We want to see firecrackers and a dart coming out of your pussy like a Bruce Lee movie.
You got to bring customers if you're allowed to get on stage. That's how bad fucking. That's how bad. You know what the problem is because pussy has been oversold. Pussy has been oversold, and I'm fucking sick of it.
I don't believe it. I think pussy can never be oversold.
Pussy has completely been oversold.
The value has dropped. My ex called me the other day, and it was a traumatizing call. You know, another one. I love her to death. We moved here together. She supported me here.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And she's 45 or something.
The stripper girl.
And still shaking that ass. But last week we were talking, and she's telling me how she goes, you know, the club I work at is a real fucking club, Joey. It's not, you gotta work it. She goes, I go in there, I make $1,000. It's an old school club. She goes, I charge $100 for a blowjob and $2 for a piece of ass. And she's telling me this on the phone. I'm like, and then she goes, and it's so funny because and her voice and everything, I can't even do it. She's like, you don't understand. 1 minute I'm sucking a dick, the next minute I'm a PTA with 2 moms. Because all her Facebook pictures are her playing the tambourine with the kids and skiing and shit.
Good for her.
Oh, I love her.
Yeah.
I give her all that. She's like, I don't mind sucking a dick so my kids live, you know, great. I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm 40-something. My pussy's all worn up. I ain't spitting out no more kids. She's like, and that's what she said to me. She goes, I have a little bit of a cough because I sucked a dick without protection last week. That's how crazy this girl is.
Right.
This is why I have
God.
always loved her to death. I don't know if I let her suck my dick anymore. I mean, she's my girl, and I love her.
It depends if it's at the beginning of the shift or the end of the shift.
Can you imagine someone coming to you at 7:45? You want your dick sucked? A 7:45? Really? Who's looking for a fucking Hummer at 7:45? Email us at beautyandthebeastpodcast@gmail.com with any questions or suggestions. Thank you to all our sponsors, Skin Industries and Adam and Eve. Have a great week. Stay black. Little kiss, Felicia. There you go. I mean, everybody knows that Barbara was the shit, Jackie.